Good day, everyone. So my topic for today is all about Bertalanffy phase system theory. So I will explain. Bertalanffy phase system theory posits that everything physical, biological, psychological, social, or cultural is interconnected, forming a complex web where changes in one area ripple throughout the entire system. So this wholeness or Gestalt prioritizes understanding the system as a complete entity rather than its individual components, much like a puzzle where the meaning emerges from the complete pictures. As an open system, it constantly interacts with its environment, exchanging energy and information, similar to a plant relying on sunlight and nutrients. Same outcome can be achieved through multiple pathways, like reaching a destination by a car, train, or foot. Consider an organization. Its success depends on interaction with customers, suppliers, and the market, and can be achieved through various strategies. Ultimately, the theory underscores the interconnectedness of elements and dynamic nature of a system. That's for my report.
So, Daniel Katz and Robert Kahn applied the theory of Bertalanffy for the open system to organization and open dynamics system. Organization also is continuing interactive environment to achieve the best solution for the organizational function. These subsystems guide the process of importing and bringing the materials. So these subsystems help turn inputs into outputs while the environment provides the resources and receives the final product or service. So for instance, bake shop may acquire flour, sugar, and other such ingredients process, and a final release bread and fast race back to the environment for sale. So the input is resources enter the system like a bakery receives flour, sugar, and egg as a raw materials. Then the output is what the organization produce. The final product or service is sent out to the environment, like the bakery produce fresh bread and pastries. That is output. And sell them to a customers. That is environment. Environment outside world that interacts with the organization. It's provide inputs and receives outputs. It also affects the organizations like customer, competition, and etc. Without subsystems, an organization would be disorganized and inefficient, making it harder because subsystems divide work, improve efficiency, enhance communication, and help in decision making.
So organizations use the input-throughput-output model to assess and adjust their purpose, output, people, and processes for efficiency and alignment with the environment. So if strategies become outdated, companies must realign goals, restructure operations, and hire skilled employees to stay competitive. And next, the action. The action research model and open system theory are the foundation of organization development or OD. This focus on continuous improvement and adaptation to external changes. In recent years, the works of Vygotsky or social constructionism and Pascal et al. Or complicity theory have made further contributions to the field. So, the social constructionism highlights how people perspective shape organizational decisions, and the complexity theory sees organizations as evolving system where small changes can have big impacts. These theories help OD practitioners manage change by understanding organization as dynamic and adaptable systems.
Complexity theory. Complexity theory of OD practices shifts the focus from traditional linear models of change to a more dynamic, systemic view. It emphasizes that organizations are fluid, interdependent systems where change is emergent, nonlinear, and unpredictable. This approach calls of audit interventions that are flexible, adaptive, and focused on facilitating learning and evolution rather than imposing predetermined solutions. Example of complexity theory. A global technology company shifting from a traditional hierarchical culture to a more collaborative and agile culture. A large global technology company that has traditionally operated with a hierarchical culture, where decision making is concentrated at the top and there is limited cross-functional collaboration. The company has been successful in the past but is now struggling with the increasing pace of technological change, employee disengagement, and slower innovation cycles. Example of complexity theory in organizational development audit practices, a global consulting firm shifting to a more agile, responsive, and collaborative culture. A global consulting firm that has traditionally operated in a structured, hierarchical manner with distinct departments and rigid project management processes. However, as the business environment has changed, facing more competition, digital disruption, and evolving client demands, the firm realizes that it needs to become more agile, collaborative, and adaptive in order to remain competitive. The organization decides to use the complexity theory of audit practices to drive this transformation. The goal is to encourage more emergent behaviors, enable teams to self-organize, and build a culture of continuous learning and adaptation. So my next topic is culture theory of audit. Culture theory for audit purposes that focus on understanding and influencing the deep underlying values and behavior within an organization. Organizational culture is seen as a critical determinant of how well the organization can implement change, adapt to external conditions, and execute its strategic goals. By aligning the culture with organizational objectives and supporting cultural transformation, audit can drive long-term success and sustainability. Example of culture theory practice in audit, a global technology company shifting from a traditional hierarchical culture to a more collaborative and agile culture. A large global technology company that has traditionally operated with a hierarchical culture, where decision making is concentrated at the top, and there is limited cross-functional collaboration. The company has been successful in the past but is now struggling with the increasing pace of technological change, employee disengagement, and slower innovation cycles. This example illustrates how culture theory in audit can be applied in a real-world scenario to shape an organization culture. By understanding the existing culture, defining the desired culture, and implementing targeted interventions, organizations can create environments that are more adaptive, innovative, and collaborative. Culture change in audit is a long-term, iterative process, but when done effectively, it can lead to significant improvements in organizational performance and employee satisfaction. And the company decides to implement an audit initiative to shift its culture towards a more collaborative, agile, and innovative environment where teams are empowered to make decisions and employees are encouraged to collaborate across department and team effectively.